Well, looky here. It's season 1 episode I Have No Idea Coop Cleans, and I'm your host, Shelby Best, and here is another full service Coop clean before we head to Florida for a week. I handed out some corn cob treats that I'd been keeping in the fridge for the chickens, and then I went on my hunt for eggs 3 and 4, and as usual, one's under the poop shelf. And Carlita's still my favorite because she's still going strong, laying in that nesting box 4 to 5 days out of the week. And I'm not gonna lie, it took me about an hour to do my Coop clean today, but that's because I just kept wasting my time petting chickens.
Are you laying eggs today? What y'all doing?
If you've been keeping up with the saga of Myron, I may have found him a home, so fingers crossed I get back from Florida and we'll be able to put him in a good home with 20 hens about his age. I'm pretty sure he'll be happy with that. I know y'all saw that chicken just scooch herself out that door. I'm gonna spend the next 8 days in Florida, which means I will not be back for another Coop clean until next Thursday. So today it's gonna be a full service. To top up of everything, I went and grabbed more chicken feed yesterday at a brand spanking new Tractor Supply in the next town over. They had a circular checkout counter and polished floors, y'all. It was fancy. And can somebody please remind me to order some more for Saturday Lime? This bag has lasted me almost 3 months of a regular Coop cleans. I was doing it every 2 weeks and now we're down to once a month. And I just finished out my very first bag. And per usual, the chickens are running out the door anytime they see it open. Yesterday I came home and Carlita was standing on the top of the Dutch door acting like she'd been there her entire life. Joke's on me for thinking my chicken wrangling days were over. Once we dusted with our lime, it was a quick sweep out of the inside storage area of the coop, and then I headed out to find Miss Thang, who decided she was going to go free range on her own today. What a mess. And then I hop-skippity jumped right over that fence, headed inside to top off my Coop Works feed and water silos. A couple things I have noticed is that the chickens are seeming to be eating a lot less food because of the immense amount of heat and drinking a whole lot more water. And so we're going through about the 8-gallon tank in a week right now with the water. It was almost empty when I got up there this morning, and the food needed a little bit of a top off, but honestly, they could have gone probably the next 2-3 weeks without me putting any food in that thing. I also took an old rag today, walked up there and wiped down the feeder and waterer to get some of the dirt and the grime that builds up on things that are just outside and around animals. And so it looks nice and shiny. And that's it for today's Coop clean. Thanks for hanging out with me. See you later.